Hey yo, what's up? It's Odyssey. Well, I hope you're gonna love one of those puns that they ever making fun of the sports in the NBA and the only team that they've been just been in for the most of the records that they've ever done for 3 times in a row. It's just it looks how garbage that it is. Like they just flew all the way in and let this team to like flying in where all those garbage cans they just follow in like the Celtics, like Celtics that didn't have one that had 2 times in a row or more, but still not considered how those guys are even better. But we call it the Golden State Warriors jokes. The Golden State Warriors jokes are the puns jokes, or the NBA jokes, or decimility jokes that can make fun of the one of those old school related Golden State players that you remember. If you remember those jokes that we had before they have those jokes right now, if they got the Warriors versus Cavaliers in that matchup, you would love to see this because there was more before. Because back in 1975 was the worst championship ever because of that. They would lose to the Warriors from the Washington Bullets. It was so stupid, and they couldn't give just like Bullets to have a competition, but they didn't because of Rick Barry want to have it all on the ball. I'm like, seriously, how are you the hell if you're going to win that champ if you guys are hippies? None of these hippies are not playing very good at basketball. Seriously. Hippies don't play basketball when they don't. You know what I mean? I'm just going to have to consider that I'm going to wear the glasses because I need to make sure how good the jokes are. And we'll tell you how that is. So I'm pretty sure I'm just like a geek in the past, but I know you don't try it on, but I hope you guys gonna love it. So check it out. So we're gonna have 13 jokes for today, and then the next another day, the other we'll give you some more Golden State Warriors jokes. So check it out. What do you call the Jim Barnett's favorite food and the 5-year-old contract with Warriors? Onion. Well, it means like 5 years from Korean, but it's funny. But it's really simple. When you get it, how Jared Barnett usually stays with the Golden State Warriors when they stayed like since 1971 to 74. That's how many years you can get. And that's how many years you can get before 1974 to 1975. That's how you get. You know what I mean? If you have the Warriors player before they win a championship, no way. There is no way you can grabbing this guy, giving away place for Jamal Wilkes. There's no way. No way, no how. That's called 5 years for Jim Barnett to win a championship. You know what I mean? That's called onion. You know what I mean? And I was sick of that bitch. You know what I mean? Because that crap is out of here. You're fired. All right, next one. What is all of the hippies' favorite basketball player in 1975 before he sucked ass by the Suns in 1976? Ricky Berry. That's funny. Well, Ricky Berry, he's a hippie. All you have to remember, that dude, he sucks ass. But you don't know him before, but he's before Steph Curry. But Stephen Curry, I care about the dude, but I don't care what kind of the franchise they had 3 times in a row in the finals, like straight. But Stephen Curry he's given a lot of credit in this industry. But I don't care what they say. But as you could say, Rick Barry, he's a very good shooter, but he's a hippie. He's totally a hippie since he got drafted for the San Francisco Warriors, and he got toasted from Bill Sharman. That was really a bad guy. Because you know why? Thank you. And plus, this dude never can handle it very well to handle on the ball very well. And he wasn't there around here when Rick Barry came back since 1972. Rick Barry was the only dude who never just tried to be a better man, to be a better shooter like this. Before he got retired in 1980, before he joined the Rockets since 1978, but he didn't want to play much of the games in the Warriors because they've ever been worse and missed. That is the reason why they couldn't even stay that long before the next 35 years of the drought. That's what happens all the time when the year 1977, well, Rick Barry has been in struggle since he was just pretty old for that age. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. Okay, here's another one. Why is Harrison and Matt Barnes are related to each other from the gay parent? Because they gave birth by Chris Mullin and Sleepy Floyd. Okay, that was really, really gay, but really homosexual. But if you remember this is so goddamn funny. If you have ever think about Harrison and Matt Barnes, I felt funny when they both get married. You know what I mean? That would be funny because Harrison Barnes he's a suck ass small forward shooter. I'm like, why does the ever guy who ever drafted him? Why would we ever draft Fed Ezeli? Why would we ever draft Draymond Green? We got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson because they have the best Splash Brothers at that time, and Kevin Durant was there too. I was so extinct. And Draymond Green is such a penis, and he wouldn't tear off your balls. But you know why? Because Harrison Barnes, he's just a weak link. He has a small athletic arms who doesn't do like grapple up to shoot up the ball. He's just always shoots in the points in the paint, 3 points from the outer layer. He doesn't do what he compared to Steph Curry. He doesn't. You know what I mean? He's just a weak link. Matt Barnes, he does the same thing what Harrison Barnes did since We Believe. He was worse than that too. You know what I mean? I don't care how the gay parents, when they got married, good marriages, because Chris Mullin, he's the father to Matt Barnes and Harrison. And so does Sleepy Floyd, because Sleepy Floyd, he's the mother. Because they both end in the playoffs when they missed, you know? That is the reason why. Okay, next one. What do you call the monkey or name from the city of the Oakland team? Chokin' Steak Worsers. Imagine like when they usually make a steak, that's called a steak. If you would cook a steak right here, like in Spanish, it means bistec. If you're cooking a steak, like Stephen Curry was making all those steak right there, that's called Chokin' Steak Worsers. That's why all those people in San Francisco would love to eat this. And the haters of the Golden State would love to eat all those Chokin' Steak Worsers. That's called a better product to buy it for $6.99 at the city of Oakland. You will see and you will buy them and you will get them for no joke. This is gonna be so funny how those Golden State fans, they don't come up and react. You know what I mean? That's why they're poor. Okay, here's another one. How many years that the Warriors have been sucked balls for many times in the game? 35 years from having sex with the hippie girl. Okay, that was a really plain joke. Because if you ever think about that joke, this is really reckless. Because if you're thinking about how many years there have been Warriors, because they don't get 1 year opted, because there was no Warriors that can't catch up to like the most playoff run. Like like during today, what Joe Lacob was creating all those perfect players, like the Splash Brothers and the others. But think about it. If you have those guys before, like when Al Attles was a coach, and then Rick Barry and Nate Thurman and the crew, they've been in the playoffs for the most certain reasons when San Francisco Warriors was there, and then Golden State was there before, but they didn't get that too much straight. Sometimes, but the franchise teams doesn't get that too much straight when they get 3. But that's not that bad, because if you have this team, it's not that bad. But not 70's not that bad. 10's is not that bad. But the worst that could happen for the next 35 years is no joke. No joke. Because all those hippies are waiting for all those players to get them successful, but they don't. Because the reason why they were worst team ever, because they just don't have any perfect in that franchise mode. You know what I mean? That's all the people you could think, is that this team called the Chokin' Steak Worsers. That's what we call it. Okay, here's another one. Why the Warriors did not win 3 straight championships to beat Cleveland? That's because they choked by LeBron from a 3-1 lead. Well, it's true. Because LeBron beat the Warriors last year when he got the gifted in the city of Cleveland. That was a really good championship, you know? And that's he was just rosing up to become a better player in the city of Ohio. You know what I mean? Cleveland is the best city that ever done how the Cleveland Cavaliers can be running in this game. You know what I mean? That's why Cavaliers is just a great team to follow in, you know? And that's how they work. How come that the Warriors did not win 4 straight Summer League championships to beat Cleveland? Because they choked from Jay Richards sexual from the overtime loss. and also Michael Pietrus wasn't in that game too, because Michael Pietrus wasn't in there where we were trying to go 1-on-1 against LeBron. I remember that shit, but you never seen that shit that was happening before when they played in the Summer League, before all those franchise teams who can play one against one another. But Summer League was like Warriors versus Cavaliers. That's like the old times when before they showing up today. This is how the games has been started in the finals when they were even good. You know what I mean? And that's what it became everything with what they do. That's all I can say. Okay. Here's another one. What do you call any event playoffs that just come back from the 1987 through 1989? Since from the 9 season losses for missing the playoffs. Sleepy World and the Cocksucker. Well, Sleepy World is Sleepy Brown, Sleepy Floyd. But if you remember how those guys that they've been playing, and Cocksucker is Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin and Sleepy Brown, whatever it's called, Sleepy Floyd. Well, those guys are just not playing very good. But we kicked their ass in the semifinals. But that was pretty good when it happened back in '87. Well, that was a really good year. How the Lakers can be evolved very good when Magic Johnson was already there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the others. But don't expect how the teams you can be affected. Think about how the choking state workers, whoever does forever this shit, that can get very messed up. And all you have to remember, this roster is no joke. Especially for the 89 as well too. No joke. When they've been in the playoffs, no joke. This is how it is, the event called, you know what that is. It's called Sleepy World and the Cocksucker. Sleepy Floyd and Chris Mullin. Okay, here's another one. What did the Chris Mullin say to the Mitch Richmond? Will you marry me? Oh my god, that's funny. But it's so fucked up when you say that to that dude, because they're in the group of the Run Team C. But seems that they're hard to think about in my head, you know, just to let you know, you know. That's all I can say. Okay, here's another perfect one. What do you call any event playoffs from 2007's game moment ever? We suck balls and titties. Okay, that was the most perfect joke ever. We suck balls and titties are we believe. Like we suck. Like if you see the picture of the logo that says we suck and since during the image of the Yahoo, Google and the others, you would see how that feels, because I know it's pretty funny, because when you hear how did this shit, it's getting me goddamn funny. And that's how I feel, you know? But I don't care what that team said, but I'm just rooting for Cavaliers if they can able to beat the Warriors really good this year. So I just don't care if they suck, like they believe, I don't care. Just let the Cavaliers believe, unless LeBron James win more championships. But that's what they wanted. If they get the 8 times straight, 9 times straight, to win more championships, and we will get them, and we won. Cleveland, this is for you. Alright, here's another one. What should you do if Rick Barry has sex with a trophy? Make him every Wednesday's hump day to celebrate in 1975 NBA championship. Okay, well that was pretty much a joke, because think about how the Warriors beat the Bullets for 4 winning games. There is no way, no how No Splash Brothers